We're actually going to Australia. Listen in to find out where we're going, how we chose where we're going, how we're getting there with thousands of pounds saved, and the challenges that we think we might face.
Our UK family of four have our visas. Our plane tickets are soon to be booked and accommodation organised, and we're heading to...
So we're going on a 482 visa. How did we get our 482 visa? So it started off with you doing an internet search about ways to get into Australia. We knew there was a teacher demand, and so you did a bit of Googling and found that Western Australia were in need of teachers. And so we contacted the Department of Education for more detail, who said, and there were some webinars that we did, and they said that there may be a chance that a 3-year degree can get us into Australia, and luckily enough it did. We did our teacher registration, I applied for jobs.
As well as the teacher pool.
Yeah, I was in the teacher pool, applied for jobs, and have been accepted into a position, and therefore we're now applying for our 482 visa, which is an employer-sponsored visa. So a school has chosen me and has chosen us as a family. Then we're going. For more information and more detail, head to our YouTube video on our teacher registration, and it gives us a bit more information about how all of that works. Or just reach out to us on socials, on Instagram, and we'll message you back. Where are we going?
Employers have to try and employ someone on Australian soil first to fill positions. So when this can't be done, like in regional and rural areas, then the department can sponsor us from the UK. We shortlisted many areas that we liked, and the area which we have been offered a job is in a place called
Port Hedland.
In the Pilbara. So how did we choose that area?
Well, we chose places that were on the coast, because that brings lots of things to do.
Yeah, that was sort of a non-negotiable for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where we're going might be a few minutes from the coast, but for us that's acceptable.
Yeah.
We also wanted somewhere where there was a high population. Now, Port Hedland has a population of about 17,000, which doesn't sound a lot. But for Western Australia, it is the 4th/5th biggest town / population in the entire state.
And what you get with a larger population is shopping malls, different shops, Kmart, Target,
Coles, which brings competition and hopefully the more deliveries, so the prices aren't absolutely sky high. That suits what we are used to better than a town of 1,000, 2,000 people.
Yeah.
And we'd rather be further away from the big city of Perth with a population of 16,000 than a short while away from Perth, but with not many people, not many schools, not many shops, not many parks, not as many things to do. We'd rather have the opportunities that a larger population brings. Yeah. That's why we picked it, and as time has gone on, we've done more and more research into the area.
Found different sports clubs, like different swimming clubs, where the baby and mum groups are.
We've been on different Facebook groups, we've reached out to different people. You've spoke to a lot of people from the area, some of whom are from the UK, and lots have been there for over a decade and absolutely love it and say it's great for families. There are a few people who say, you know, it's not there forever, and we don't know if we're going expecting it to be our forever, but we're going to enjoy the journey and go find out.
Yeah, definitely. And I just think that the area brings so much for potential travel. Like it's a beautiful area of the world that people want to go and visit, and so if we're living there we can go and explore in the half terms, like the different areas nearby, the national parks, the different towns.
It is a once in a lifetime opportunity to be there, because if it weren't for the 482 visa, I don't think we would have picked it, because we didn't know about it from the other side of the world. No, people wouldn't have heard 24 hours away have not heard of Port Hedland. But actually to research, it seems really positive.
If you tell anybody from the UK that we're going to Australia, the first question is Sydney, Melbourne, Gold Coast, Perth. And that's all they've heard of, so never mind Port Hedland.
We're looking forward to finding out more about the area and things we can go see, things we can go do,
Yeah.
It's not just to go and work, to go and be in that town. We're hopefully going to get out more than we would do here, knowing that the weather might be more stable than it is in the UK.
Well, I think the weather can potentially come with its challenges up there, to be fair, as well.
Yes.
So one of the challenges of living there would be, obviously, its distance from Perth and the climate. So, like, what is it, a minimum of 30 degrees all year round?
Yeah, I think the coldest is, you get to 28.
Yeah.
And then highs of over 40, so
Yeah.
it does get hot. So a lot of the summer months, you're talking December, January, February, a lot of it can be spent inside. And the best time of year is winter, which for us from the UK is completely foreign.
That's
because
like
it's
meant
slightly
to be
more
a really,
Mediterranean temperatures.
Yeah, a really nice time of year. The place seemed very community orientated, so that is something that I think we will absolutely take full advantage of and try our best to integrate ourselves into the community. Might be a bit of a challenge for us, but we need to sort of say yes to everything, don't we?
The route that we've gone down with the 482 visa, should I do a decent enough job, does eventually lead to permanent residency.
So we're eligible for the permanent 190 visa, but aren't on it. Why?
So we put our expression of interests in to 3 states in August 2024, and by December 2024 we still hadn't heard anything. Now people do wait longer than that.
Yeah.
We are not particularly patient people, but with our academic year ending in July, we decided that we were going to rush through on this avenue of how to get to Australia and get there sooner when we want, in a time that we're in control of, without it taking potentially years. That's our calculated risk.
Yeah, so at this point we've been waiting maybe 9 months now for an invite, and that invite may never come. This route seems more certain, well, it's more certain than not being invited at all. We can't put our lives on hold for too much longer, because as other people will know, when you're waiting for a visa or you're waiting for an invite, you are just in limbo. You know, the kettle breaks and you don't want to go replace it because you're going to Australia. You need to do something around the house.
The lawnmower breaks.
Yes, our lawnmower has broken. We haven't replaced it because we're going to Australia, and you're just in this limbo, and the waiting is the hardest part. People say the waiting for the visa is the hardest part, but I would argue it's waiting for the invite, because without that you have no clue whether you're going to ever get invited. So
we are somewhat control freaks, and the
Yeah,
the way the 482 visa and us, we're in control of the teacher registration, we're in control of applying for jobs, we're in control of finding those jobs in rural areas where there is a lack of teachers who have working rights in Australia, and therefore we're ready to fill those positions. And us doing that sooner felt better than us waiting for a long time, not knowing that an invite would come. If we knew it was coming, I think we'd wait. But you don't know it's coming. You don't know.
No, you don't. Comment below your experiences of migrating and any advice you have.
Message us if you have any questions about how we've got there or anything about our journey, and we'll be happy to help. Click the next video now to find out who out of the two of us is the slang master for Aussie slang, where we go head to head in couple competition. Bye for now. All right.
Yeah.
I pressed record this